I'm never more engaged with the world as when I'm creating art. It's like having a conversation with a subject. What about you am I trying to capture? Creating art, teaching art, and experiencing art all bring us closer to the world and ourselves. Art is a tool for self-discovery, and art is a practice in kindness. Art requires our full attention, and in a time of distraction, being present is a relief. Be present through art. My name is Andrew Johnson, and for my internship, I shadowed Michelle, who's a RMSEL art teacher. For 3 weeks, I treated art like a full-time job, exploring every aspect, acting as teacher, student, and artist. By putting time and effort into art, I received an equal amount of value in return, and I believe everyone can tap into this. This experience reinforced and clarified ideas I already had about art and gave me new angles at which to look at creativity. In addition, it gives me a glimpse at the purpose of art, to engage at a deeper level with the world. One of my highlights was leading an insect drawing class. There was one kid who asked me, "I can't draw insects, can you do it for me?" And I told him no. It took a second for that to register. He looked a little panicked, but he was like, "No, really, I can't draw. I'm not good at drawing." And I told him, "Here, go draw this beetle. I'm coming back in 1 minute." And he's like, 1 minute? I was like, "Yeah, 59, 58. When I came back, he had drawn the beetle. Some of its limbs were bending the wrong way, but it was a beautiful drawing, and I mean that. It was a beautifully broken beetle, and clearly he was super proud of it. A lot of people think they can't draw, and my advice would be the same as I gave to the kid. Draw. It can be a lot of fun if you have a lack of expectations and a mindset of experimentation rather than perfection. I noticed the amount of myself that I put into my work had a direct correlation on the amount of self-discovery and fulfillment I received in return. And times it was a practice of being vulnerable. By creating art and sharing it, I'm putting myself out there. One kid asked me to show him my best piece, and when I showed him this, he was like, "Bro, you're literally a printer." I was like, "Thanks, man. One day, you'll grow up to be one too." Creating art can also be a practice in kindness. Bad art is inevitable, and because it is your own, it's personal. It's like a bad photo of yourself you don't want to look at. While in internship, I heard a few kids say something along the lines of, "I suck at art," or "This looks terrible," and it's really hard to hear. But as I thought more about it, I realized that and I think everybody, does a similar thing. And art can be a safe place to practice this kind self-talk. The stakes are truly zero. This philosophy of being kind is also the best way to teach it. While working in the classroom with Michelle, I strove to give honest feedback in a kind tone. How many of us have ever heard feedback that felt belittling and not listened to it out of spite? And how many of us have heard a compliment disguised as criticism? I give many students feedback on the insect drawing, and seeing their excitement at what they had created was obvious. The simple joy they experienced in creating art was truly inspiring. Class after class, I saw students who were focused, having fun, and expressing themselves. They were being present through art. When I reflect on the engagement these students had with the world around them and my own mental state while acting as an art teacher, I wonder at the value of being an artist. I wonder about the process of self-discovery and building a relationship with the world. I wonder how much fuller a life we all could lead if we observed what is here and expressed that through art, and forgave ourselves when it turns out worse, and were joyful when it turns out well. What if we were a bit more here in this life through art? Thank you.